Welcome, Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Marlena with Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot, and this is your November. Your November monthly energies and what you're feeling spread all wrapped into one. This is a general reading, so make sure you look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for more clarity. Ooh, all right. So what we're going to do is going to start off with your monthly energies, and we're going to go from the beginning of the month through the end of the month, get a little clarity. Then we're going to go into your what you're feeling spread, how you're feeling, how your mate's feeling, what are the obstacles, and then we're going to conclude with the ultimate advice. All right, so what else do I need to tell you guys? Love coaching is available. I'm on INSTANGO. You can get your quickie readings on INSTANGO if you're interested. Quickie text. I know you sometimes don't like quickies, but quickies are quick, and sometimes they're best, and they get the job done. I got issues, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, Capricorn. So your month. It looks like you guys will be receiving some help at the beginning of the month. It looks like source. You're going to start to get more centered. Your relationship will grow with your higher self, your higher being, your ultimate God, whoever that may be. As you go towards the end of the month, it looks like some of you are going to lay back. You're going to probably become a little more lax. Maybe let people walk all over you a little bit, because you may feel like, okay, well, if I'm supposed to be this way and I'm supposed to be so, religious and godly, then I need to just let people walk all over me. Wrong answer. That is not the case, okay? But towards the end of the month, you're going to be exploring that. Like I said, you're going to be a little off kilter. Some of you may need to do affirmations to improve your situation, but it's going to kind of throw you off a little bit. So you're going to move from the beginning of the month, getting more acclimated with who you are, with how you're feeling, and then you're going to move towards the end of the month in how do I be this way? How do I actually do this the right way? And so you're going to be it's going to be a little trial and error, okay? So let's just get a little more clarity as far as the help you're going to receive towards the beginning of the month. If some of you have crystals, you're going to be utilizing those crystals towards the beginning of the month, utilizing them for whatever it is that you may need, protection, love, to learn to speak, to open your heart, things of that nature. And that's where source will come in. Your higher being will come in. So let's see how... Let's get clarity. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yes. It's very loving. This loving energy that you're going to be feeling, you're just going to be listening. You're going to be taking it in. You're going to be like, what is it that you need? You're going to be so soft-spoken. Hopefully you can hear me. But you're going to be growing closer to who you are. You're going to be becoming one. I really feel like you're going to become one. Some of you are going to be maybe hearing from Spirit as well. You're going to be listening to that. But let me show you some of the cards. I'm getting a little deep already, right? So what we have is Divas, Source, Boundaries in reverse. That's why I said what I said. Affirmations in reverse. Some of you are going to need that, and Exploration. So you're just going to be taking things to the next step. So again, towards the beginning of the month, let's now find out what's going on with Source and your higher calling, your higher being, your communication with Source. So let's see how you're feeling in regards to that. Let's just get a little more clarity on that, and then we'll move on to your boundaries. All right, thank you, Spirit. What do we have for Capricorn? Then this is for the whole month. When we do your what you're feeling spread, it's going to be for the first half of the month, and then I'll come back mid-month in November to complete it. Hopefully I'll make it, because I plan on going out of town because my brother's getting married. Whoop, whoop. So I'm going to try to get these out. So if I don't get pissed, y'all. It's all right. I'll be back. Ooh, okay. So yes. So again, when it comes to your relationship with Source, you will start to heal whatever it is that's broken at this time, where you may feel like, you need to heal the situation. You will start that healing process in the second week of November. And I feel like some of you are trying to do that yourself by nurturing yourself. I just feel like you're really going to be able to see on a deeper level And maybe you may not have mastered it yet at that time, but you will start to just get into it, get deeper, but you may not totally feel like you've mastered it at that time. Meaning the second week of November. Now we all know the time is flexible, but I'm doing this for the second week of November. So let's move on to the third week of November. The third week of November, like I said, some of you are going to be relaxed, not setting the boundaries. You're going to feel like, okay, maybe I don't need to do all that because now I'm so enlightened. I don't need to set boundaries. Shit. Man, when you're enlightened, that's when you really need to set boundaries because people like to take advantage. So you got to be careful about that. You don't want people in your space messing with you, you know. So you just going to be kind of just trying to practice that simple love, and that love is about just that basic loving nature. And people feel like that basic simple love is just, okay, whatever you want. But you really need to clarify what you believe at that time. This is going to be a time where you're going to need to clarify your belief system. What is it that you need to do? And it's going to help you to move on to your next step, to start to explore your spirituality on a different level. So at the end of the month, like I said, some of you may need to do some affirmations. You're going to feel like maybe I need to do some affirmations because I'm a little off right now. So do that. Take that time out to pour back into yourself. Everything I'm about is about loving yourself while in relationships, loving yourself while with family, at work, whatever it is. What do you need to do to improve yourself while loving yourself? Improve your relationship even while loving yourself. So towards the end of the month here, you still are holding on to, looks like some baggage here towards the end of the month, which is making you feel like you need to just kind of ground yourself. I feel like you haven't released. There's something, what aren't you releasing? Because you're going to start to heal, but I just feel like you're not going to fully release whatever it is. If it's bitterness, if it's harm, if it's hurt, pain. I feel like you're not going to fully release that at the end of the month. So yes, you will be healing, but you will not be fully healed. So don't think November is just all easy breezy. Cover girl, sorry. Easy breezy. It won't be as easy. But you will start to learn the lesson. You will start to seek what that is. Some of you are going to need to really listen for source. At the beginning of the month, I feel like you're going to start listening, but at the end of the month, whoever it is that's throwing you off, you're going to start to, it's like you're not going to be able to hear, but Spirit is talking to you. You just won't be able to hear. Okay, so whatever it is that you need to release, because I also received that you need to wash away your burdens. So just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to learn. You will start to explore something new. Do not fear the unknown towards the end of the month, because at this time you're going to need to like open up your third eye chakra, so you can get that more intuitive understanding of where you're moving forward to. So that is your monthly reading. Now let's move on into your love. Let's move on to love. Let's see what love got to do with it. Let's see what love got to do with it. Because many times your love situation pertains to where you are in your spiritual growth. And this time, it's your spiritual growth is what you're dealing with. So let's see how love is going to be impacted by this growth in your life. And I already see it coming. Y'all going to let somebody walk all over y'all because you're going to feel like, oh, but I'm enlightened. Oh, but I'm enlightened now, so I don't get bothered by these things. Y'all cute. That's so funny because it reminds me of one of my ex-husbands, who is a Capricorn. FYI, I'm a Cancer, so don't ask in the bottom. I'm telling you now, if you skip, you're going to miss this part. So go back to the video and you'll see it. But nonetheless, and you know, he used to always feel like he was so enlightened. You know, he always knew, you know, the best. And, you know, he would always act, I'm beyond that. I'm so beyond that. But he wasn't. He was tripping. He wasn't beyond it. He was fake being beyond it because he was still impacted by it. And a lot of times you feel like, oh, I'm bigger than this. You know how even in church they say, you know, you have to speak it into fruition. You know, you're not supposed to be bothered by things. So that's why people hold it down. People don't express their fears, their anger, their frustrations, because they're told that just think it and it will be. But it's more than thinking. It's more than this. It has to be embodying it in your whole body. And if you don't fully embody that, then you're just not dealing with the situation. You're just avoiding the situation. And if you really want to deal with the situation, you need to figure out from the deepest core of you what is actually wrong. What is actually the issue here. And that's what I do with my love readings, my love coaching. Well, love coaching doesn't allow for that because it's not enough time, but the love readings definitely do that. The spiritual counseling definitely does that. So anyway, let's go ahead into your love reading, Capricorn. So this will be your Capricorn love reading for the beginning half of November, the 1st through the 15th, and then I'll come back to do your end of the month. All right, so I already see here, Capricorn, some of you were dealing with even a divorce, a wedding that went wrong, a marriage situation in the past here, and now you're trying to remain optimistic about your relationship. So in the near future, very soon, you're going to decide what it is that you want. You're going to be able to fully love and embody yourself. Actually, this is the second sign. I think Aquarius got this as well at the end. Loving yourself first. So again, setting their boundaries, because they also received setting boundaries. But they were setting their boundaries. I don't know what y'all doing. They actually were setting their boundaries, pissing folk off necessarily. But you guys, you're like, oh, maybe I don't need to set boundaries because I'm so enlightened. So, okay, in the past here, we have wedding. And then we have staying optimistic, staying optimistic very soon, and love yourself first. So again, this wedding card though came out in reverse. So that's why I said in the past here, this relationship was affected by a wedding, by a marriage. Some of you were married, maybe got out of the marriage, whatever it is. We're going to clarify. But then you started to, I feel like some of you might have been even downtrodden, maybe not fully healed by that marriage. But now you're starting to feel more optimistic. Maybe that you have a second chance with this person, but you're starting to think more positively now. So you're starting to, and then as you move into the near future, you're going to start to see that you can clearly decide what it is you want. So now you can start to make sure you, when you know what you want, now the other person can respect you more because they're like, okay, now you're communicating what it is that you want in your way of healing. So let's just get a little more clarity. All right, so in the past, what happened with this wedding, Spirit? What happened with Capricorn in this wedding? Thank you again, Spirit, Holy Spirit. I appreciate you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit guides. Ooh, okay. So, this wedding, guys, kept you up at night. It kept you up at night. You were worried about it. I feel like some of you were honest about where you stood in your relationship, and maybe about the fact that you felt like maybe this relationship may not work. But I feel like some of you really felt like this was a wish come true, and then at some point you decided maybe it wasn't. I feel like this relationship eventually became bored. You became bored with it. Like whatever you guys were going through, you was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And however way you okay, you felt like you didn't want to do it anymore. You guys were juggling something else. You felt like you wanted to give up on a relationship. You did see a future with them, but then you started sneaking around. I feel like some of you had a future with them, and then you started sneaking around with someone else. Ultimately, either you or they walked away. Oh, my bad. So, my name is Marlena, and this is a general reading. So, make sure you know that this could go vice versa. So, it could be for you or for your partner. So, you'll see. But let me know in the comment section below how it resonates with you. Okay, so, some of you decided to manifest something new. You wanted something different. Like I said, you became bored with this, I think this house and home or what have you. You felt like that was going to be the end all to be all, but it ended up not being what you expected it to be. But nonetheless, that relationship ended. Whatever happened there, that part of the relationship, came to an end. I feel like some of you got a divorce. It was over with, done. It was a wrap. Okay, so let's see. Why are you so optimistic now, Capricorn. Let's see why you're so optimistic now. Positive thinking and faith. Faith, source. We just talked about that, right? You increasing your faith level, especially towards the second part of the month. The first and second week of the month, you start to, embody this sense of faith, spirit, guidance. So you're starting to feel more optimistic because now some of your finances are looking up. All right, Capricorn, here you go. Some of y'all might be dealing with another Capricorn, but again, I'm seeing you now taking this time out to kind of rest. I feel like in the past you would keep staying up at night, but now you feel like you're able to rest. I feel like some of you after that marriage also, you were able to get this sense of rest, peace of mind. Again, like I said, with Capricorn, sometimes you feel like you're at peace, you feel like you're at rest, but you're really not. And so you find other ways to cope with your situation. So you step out in another way. I.e., you may put headphones on, start listening to music because you just don't want to deal with the situation anymore. You might get ghost for a minute. Okay? But again, you guys are at this place, you're staying optimistic, although you know that there may not be a new fresh start with this person. I feel like you're starting to come into realization that maybe that's not what you were supposed to have. But I see you now finally getting some peace, I feel, about that. Any addictions that you might have had might be coming to a close during this time as well. I hear some of you might have had some drinking addictions as well that won't be as bad as they were in the past, whoever that is for. You guys are still in a third-party relationship. You might be dealing with multiple people at this time, but I feel like you may have a fresh start with someone new. It may not be the person from the past, but it may be someone new. I'm seeing an air sign here also. Scorpio and Sagittarius. So some of y'all might be dealing with the air sign, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. So y'all up to y'all same old tricks, huh? Some of y'all Capricorns like, look, I need to keep options. But yeah, I definitely see there being multiple people here. Maybe that's why you're okay. Maybe some of these people are coming back to you. Maybe you have more options now that you had before. But now you feel like, I feel like you're starting to now feel more enlightened as well. You're offering truth. I feel like some of you are being truthful about it. You're being honest about it. But I still see you guys not reuniting with someone. So you might have reunited with some, but not with one in particular that you might be more so worried about. Yeah, you're at a place now where, again, you're not arguing. I think that's where that no boundaries come in. You're not even speaking up for yourself regarding that. I think you're more concerned about your finances. Okay, so let's see very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want, Cappies. Clearly decide what you want. What you want. It looks like you got options. You got options, Capricorn. Clearly decide what it is that you want so it comes to you now. And again, because I saw all those folks, I need to hear how this resonates with y'all. I need to hear who them is. I got issues. I'm sorry. Anyway, so very soon decide what you want, because right now I feel like you're on high. You feel appreciated. You feel like people are looking up to you. You feel like, you know, people are applauding you at this time, applauding your efforts, applauding what's going on in your life. I'm also seeing you have a mother of your child, a soulmate here that you may be trying to decide if you want to walk away from this person, or where maybe you see a future with them. But whoever this is, you're trying to decide what you're going to do. And this could be a new beginning with a soulmate. So you may be walking away from one situation to go to another. But someone's making you feel appreciated, loving you the way you are. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm still seeing this Scorpio here as well. And I still see... competition going into the future. You may not be reuniting with someone that you wanted to be with. Maybe somebody who you were sneaking around on in the past. but that may be coming to an end also. So let's see. So now you're going to start to love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, Capricorn. So you're going to start to love yourself first. How are you going to do that? I look forward to this. Go Cappies. Do the dang thing. Do the darn thing. Capricorn. Loving yourself first. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for the second half of the month for November. All right. Okay. So, y'all about to stop sneaking around. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody's about to stop sneaking around. I'm seeing death. I'm seeing it's an ending to sneaking around, being deceitful. Whoever it is that you are lying to, I feel like you're bringing an end to that. And maybe by doing so, you're now respecting yourself more, maybe respecting this other person more. But I'm seeing this throughout this whole reading. You guys are deciding to bring an end to sneaking around. Or bring an end to dealing with somebody who's been sneaking around on you. But we're about to find out. So let's go ahead to your mates. Not yet. Whoever this is, I still don't see you reuniting with this person. Some of you may be trying to reunite with a fire sign. I'm also seeing Leo here as well. But I do see that you find the strength to perhaps communicate with somebody who you were married to. Some of you might have been with a water sign. I'm seeing Taurus here as well. But I feel like this is you talking to somebody who you might have been married to. And I heard about this Venus retrograde, that some of y'all going back to some folk that you was with in the past. So, or you may think you're going back to somebody from the past. So, and I also see Aries here too. Okay? All right, thank you, Spirit. Whew. All right, let's see for Capricorn. Let's see how Capricorn's mate is feeling. Let's see how Capricorn's mate is feeling for the first half of November. First half of November, Capricorn's mate. Thank you, Capricorns, again for coming to my channel. I love you guys. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up. Or thumbs down if you don't like it, but thumbs up before you flick it off and go to the next video. Okay? So let's see how your mate is feeling. Capricorn's mate. Capricorn's mate. How's Capricorn's mate feeling? First 2 weeks of the month, November 2018. Capricorn's mate feeling. Past, present, and future. Thank you, Spirit. Oops. Okay, so some of your mates rolled out, took a back seat. Maybe after y'all divorced, y'all, you know, they kind of retreated. Took time away from the relationship, away from you, away from the world. Okay. But I see that they're still attracted to you. But they're just not trying to play into the games. They're just not trying to play. They're not trying to play. And I do see them not reconciling with you. So we did talk about this already. You may be wanting somebody to reconcile with you, but whoever this person is here, perhaps who you were married to that walked away or left you, they are attracted to you, but they're not trying to reconcile with you. Okay? All right, so let's see. Let's see. Let's get a little more clarity for Capricorn. And then we're going to go into your advice. My bad. Your obstacles. And then advice. Maybe some of you want to know. Ooh, what is going on here? This is all backwards. Maybe some of you want to know why you're not reconciling. Should I ask the question? Will I ask the question? Maybe I'll ask the question. Let's see. I want to know, right? You want to know? I want to know. Okay. Spirit. Okay. But this goes, you know, into the obstacle section. But nonetheless, why aren't they reconciling? Why, Spirit, is Capricorn not reconciling with this person who they might have snuck around on or who might have snuck around on them? Why are they not reconciling? Because I feel like it's the mate that may not want to reconcile. Maybe because of finances? Because maybe they have a new start. They don't want to be in competition with anyone. They no longer want to work on a relationship. I asked the question. You wanted to know? Like to hear, here you go. I told you. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go into your mate, how they're feeling. So let's just clarify this retreat. Okay. So I feel like some of them came back to you many times. Some of them came back to the relationship. They retreated, came back. They took a back seat back. They took a back seat back. They took a back seat to the relationship. But I felt like they came and left. There was a pattern of them coming and going. And I feel like, or maybe you coming and going. Maybe it was a pattern of you guys getting together or leaving. I feel like this person was depressed in the past, which is why they felt like they had to walk away. Some of them might have felt like you were over-controlling, overbearing. Maybe they were the ones that were really controlling. But I feel like they had to come to a point where they had to make a decision. That was a major break for them. Okay? So I see that they're still attracted to you. Like I said, Venus is here. They might be thinking about you. I feel like they're still attracted to you. I think they have fond memories of you. They love the time that they spent with you while they were married to you, or while they were with you. They have fond memories. They're attracted to you. They're also attracted to the fact that they're no longer in competition with other people. They like their peace. They like being by themselves. They like seemingly being by themselves. Because I thought I saw a new beginning for them. So, but attractions. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, I feel like they're attracted to you and attracted to the fact that they're no longer in competition. So again, it could be you or your mate. So again, I'd like to hear your comments below. Okay. So I feel like some of you maybe are not talking to this person. Maybe that's why they're not that playful. Maybe, yeah. Again, this keeps coming out. So with your reading, your portion of the reading, it was sneaking around. I saw a lot of deception sneaking around. With this one, it's just this lack of competition. They don't want to be in competition. They don't want to compete for your love. So I feel like they definitely have an attraction there for you, but they're not trying to compete anymore for anything. So they're not even playing with this situation. They feel like if they play, they may be pulling you in the wrong way. They're not even trying to deceive you. They don't want to deceive you. So I feel like they are either... I feel like some of them, if you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, I see here a Libra also, but I feel like they are desiring balance in their life. So they are remaining separate from you, won't reconcile with you because they want that balance. I feel like they're also working on their finances, but they don't want to argue. They don't want to, I just feel like they're not really trying to talk right now. Okay? Whew. All right, so let's see what the advice is. It is what it is, right? It is what it is, Capricorn. This is not for everybody. This is for some of you. You know, I wish it was just a sweeter reading, but some of you, I think, will find comfort in this reading. So let's go for it. So let's see what the obstacles are for Capricorn. Let's see what the obstacles are for Capricorn and their mates. Thank you, Spirit, Holy Spirit. I appreciate you. Thank you, ancestors, loved ones, Holy Spirit, angels. First half of November. What are the obstacles that Capricorn will face with their mates? Okay. A few things popped out here. So someone is, yeah. So this is definitely somebody from the past. Someone is paying attention to all the signs. They are not trying to do the same thing over again. That's what it's really about. That's what this is all about. They're not trying to do the same thing over again. They're not trying to walk backwards, go back into the past. I feel like some of them are thinking about it. If you probably edge them on, you might get a little play. But I don't feel like they're just not there anymore. They're just not trying to be there anymore. They feel like, you know, there's no more chemistry. They feel like this might have been an unrequited love towards the end of that relationship. So they're not feeling it no more. There's not enough attraction and chemistry to keep this relationship going. So it's not going to happen. So for some of you who are just hoping that this person will come back and maybe forgive you, I feel like some of you might be forgiven, but they're just not getting back with you. Okay? So let's see what the advice is for Capricorn. Let's see what the advice is, Cappies. Let's see what the advice is for Capricorn. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right. Thank you again for coming to my channel. If you would like a personal reading, my information is below. I am on INSTANGO as well, so you can get a quickie session, or you can get the love coaching there as well. And I think I have the love readings there too. But you also can go to the website at www.gracefulhealingretreat.com. Let's see what the advice is for Capricorn. All right. That just came out, didn't it? Was it this one? Okay. Okay, romance. All right. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Okay. Let's see, Capricorn. I know you're like, didn't you just tell me we ain't getting back together? Enjoy the time and be in the present. Stop thinking of the future. If you're watching this before November, you might have a chance before November. You may have a chance after November. Just may not have a chance in November. So let's see if there's any additional advice for Capricorn during this time. Okay. Act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you always consider them. So this is what you received, and then you also receive romance. So know that this is not a terrible reading. It's not a bad reading. I feel like you're learning a lot. You're moving through these next steps. I feel like by you releasing that past relationship, it's allowed you to become more centered with source. I feel like some of you might have been more, for lack of a better word, more in your physical being, less balanced, less spiritual, and now it's allowed you to become more spiritual. Maybe some of you were a little arrogant even, to where you felt like, okay, everything's going to work out. I got this, I got this, I got this. And then you realize that really you don't have anything. Spirit is the one that's in charge. Universe is the one in charge. God is the one that's in charge. So therefore, you realize that maybe you don't have as much power as you thought you had. And that's a good thing. Because once you realize the issue, then you can make steps to rectify it. Now you can make steps to improve your situation. So this is an awesome reading. Know that, you know, you are not ousted. It looks like this person's still attracted to you, loves you, but they just are not trying to get back with you. Maybe this is a time for you to build up you, Capricorn. Okay? Build it up. I love it. Love you, Capricorn. Love you. Bye-bye. Blessings.